In this video, I'm going to try and beat Minecraft from start to finish. Will I make it through all the treacherous biomes, make it to the end portal, and will I free the end? Let's find out. Yeah, you heard future me editing this video. We're going to try and beat the entirety of Minecraft. As you can see, I put bonus chest on because I'm tired of getting tools. And I made the world type amplified. It says it's just for fun, but it requires a beefy computer. Well, I have that, so why not? Let's put in a random seed. Okay. Okay, this looks a lot more like Minecraft. Let's try not to die here. Alright. Okay, give me like one of each type of wood. Okay, why not? Why not? Food. Okay, let's get this. Let's get these. Alright, I'm not sure I want to be where I am right now. So to start this off, I was just kind of aimlessly wandering. I was trying to look for a lava puddle to get a nether portal, but I wasn't really finding anything, so I was just kind of aimlessly wandering. Here I was trying to get leather from a horse. Kinda cruel, I know. A few moments later, I actually found the lava pit and a water pit. So I walked up to it and I was like, wow, I'm gonna kill these cows now. A little bit later I went mining and I found some coal. Finally started to cook some food that I had found so I wouldn't die during this adventure. After a little while I got bored, so I started to mine, using the coordinates to try and get to level 16 or 15. I was trying to look for diamonds.
Alright, so we need to get to level 15. You see, I'm probably going to zoom in on it in editing. See that little thing that says block 50? And then the XYZ, it also says 50.00000. I need to get that down to 15 or 16 when I can find diamonds. See how when I go down it minuses? It subtracts. So I need to mine until that number turns 15.
And it took a very, very long time. At one point I found a whole vein of iron, which I was really happy about. I really needed iron, but I wasn't really finding anything else. I strip mined for a very long time and I didn't find any diamonds, or redstone, or lapis, or gold.
Okay, we're not finding a whole lot yet.
So I decided to just go to the surface and leave this cave alone for now.
Whoa, I almost dove right in. Okay.
Yeah, that was pretty scary. I didn't like that very much, but you know, I decided that I was just going to start building a little house to keep myself safe. You know, I made a chest to store my stuff, and I started cooking some food. I had my bed placed down. Eventually, I decided to start making the portal.
Would you like to fall in the lava, sir? There you go. Enjoy that.
Building the portal was a very tedious process, as turning the lava into obsidian was not working all that well. But I eventually finished up, and I towered up, and I started to finally finish the last piece of my portal. It was complete. Now all I needed was flint and steel.
I have a couple of arrows. 8. I have 8 arrows. And now I can make my flint and steel, so I just go boom, and flint and steel.
I decided it was time to go to the nether, so I checked that I had everything I needed, and I entered the dangerous realm.
Oh, wow. Oh, hey.
I really didn't like the biome I came into because the sand that I stand on in this biome makes you walk really slow. So I set off to find the nether fortress, and after about 10 or so minutes, I finally found it.
That's it, alright. And Steph's already angry at me.
It was very difficult to fight through the entirety of this tower, through all the wither skeletons and monsters trying to attack me. But I eventually ran over and I found a blaze spawner, so I decided to box that up and start farming blaze. After returning to the overworld, I found like this treasure map thing, and I looked for it, but I didn't find anything. I just dug through the sand for a while. I couldn't find the buried treasure at all. So, you know, I just kind of went home disappointed, and
started looking for Enderman, you know. At this point, I decided that I was going to go on an adventure and find the very end of the game. So I set off on my journey and used the Eyes of Ender to lead me to the portal. Enjoy this time lapse. I eventually came to a desert biome, and while looking around, you will not believe what I found.
Oh, yeah, okay. That makes me happy. Alright, hello everyone. Welcome to the village.
I looked around the village for a while and found a couple of chests that had some iron in it, but there was nothing else, so I decided that I was actually going to start digging down to the end portal. I was going to dig to the stronghold, and here's a time lapse of me trying to get to it. I found it pretty fast, actually.
Guys, let's go. Yes, 2 Eyes of Ender. I was able to find that. That's pretty good.
I explored the stronghold for a while, placing sand trails as I went so that I could find my way back if I ever needed to return. And look at this! I found a library. I eventually explored long enough to the point where I found the portal room. Look at this. I was in a ravine, and I look up, and then boom, there's the portal room.
It is. Alright.
But then disaster struck. It turned out I needed all of the Eyes of Ender.
Well, this is awkward. I see how this is.
I looked around for a very long time, and I couldn't find any Endermen, or Ender Pearls for that matter. I checked chests, and eventually I just went through all the caves, and off camera, I got all the Endermen I needed. So it was about 50,000 years later, and I finally was setting up to go to the end. If you're wondering why I didn't show you that, it's because it took so long, it was so boring, but we made it. And it was time to go fight the dragon. I started by bridging to the island and started taking out every single pillar with the crystal on top. These crystals, they heal the dragon. So you have to take them out first before you can take the dragon out. Meanwhile, the dragon is attacking you the entire time, and it's really difficult without a bow and arrow. So here's a compilation of me just destroying every single one of these towers in different ways possible.
Okay. Whew, that was close.
So yep, there's my first death in this battle.
Dang it. Alright, there's my stuff. Yep. Please give this all back. Okay. What did I keep? Put this back on. Whoa! Guys, me dying reset the game. Yes, I got him! Yes! Yes, I got him! It's a beautiful sight. It's a beautiful sight. From start to finish, I beat the game. I'm in shock. That was kind of scary, but hey, we did it. This is like a 5-hour video. And so there you have it. In one entire sitting, from start to finish, I beat Minecraft. From the very baby moments that I started the game, collecting my wood, using my wooden tools, all the way to using iron tools and beds to kill the Ender Dragon. So I would like to thank all of you for watching, and that is, as always, the end.